And I haven't combed my hair in a while. We live, we live, we live, we live, we live. A dirty rat, she bit me back. We live, we live, we live, we live. We live, we live, we live, we live. Ba 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 da 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 da. This is for Troublemaker Tuesday's episode, the first Tuesday in March, and it's all about eggs. Once again, welcome to AlleyHTseries, where we are showing you more than 10, 15, 20, 30 ways to boost the immune system. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a motivator. I'm an advisor, a counselor, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get down to it. Hold on, I got the headphones in already. But you know how I got to start off this show. You know what I mean? Let's do it. I got some eggs. We're going to juggle. Let's see if I can do it. 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. Hey, can I do it? Hey, can I do it? Hey, hey, hey. Huevo, huevo. En español, huevo. En inglés, eggs. In francés, I don't fucking know. Let's go. But I broke one. It broke, even though I didn't drop it. I'll keep going. Ho, ho. But I did break one. Oh, goodness. See it? I broke it. Cracked an egg. All right, let's use my resources. Get my hand clean. That little sucker was trying to come out. I'm coming out. All right. I don't know if that's legal, but I did it. Oh, God. Nasty. I'm not going to go wash my hands. We ain't got time for that. We got to get to this news because this is some serious shit. Be some cussing in this because eggs are serious shit. All right? And I'm fucking serious. Don't believe me? I've watched that shit on my Facebook. I watched one guy who was posting an egg every day. And then sometimes he had double eggs. Like in one eggshell, and it'd have 2 yolks in it. You know what was crazy? I had listened to the podcast and heard about the eggs, and I actually had stopped because my roommate boiled some eggs, and one of them was bad, and it just freaked her out. She opened it. It was nasty, and since then, nobody wanted eggs because, it's just... So I haven't been eating eggs for a couple months, but lately, on and off, like I had a sandwich with an egg in it the other day, I think. But I don't buy them at the house, but right now my mom and grandma are here and they're eating eggs, and I'm trying to tell them, like, don't do it. Like, don't eat stuff with eggs in it, but they doing it anyway. You know what I mean? It's going to be really hard change in the world that we have to make when it comes to the eggs. For what I was saying, that guy who was posting the eggs every day, he's a pastor, all that. And he even does natural stuff here and there. Has some natural CBD company where they sell natural stuff. I forget what it's called. And he got the fucking coronavirus. You cannot tell me that there's somebody who got the virus and they don't eat eggs. All coronavirusers are egg eaters. Guarantee. But we're not going to blame it on the eggs. We're going to blame it on the fruit. We're going to blame it on the masks. We're going to blame it on not enough vaccines. Whew. Now, from the following Tuesday, I was talking about things in the air and chemicals that we use that make us sick. Now, for following couple weeks, I'm going to talk about foods that make us sick. This one is deep. Way deep. Because it's going to be hard, especially for elders, to let go. Let me tell you why. Eggs Eaters lose the awe. In today's world, eggs are considered a household staple. Unfortunately, eggs are no longer the incredible survival food they once were. Medical communities are unaware that over the years, eggs have become food for the dangerous pathogens, viruses, and bacteria in our bodies. If you're struggling with any illness or symptoms such as Lyme disease, fibromyalgia, migraines, eczema, psoriasis, lupus, vertigo, eye floaters, or brain fog, removing eggs from your diet will provide your body with the support it needs to heal. The truth about eggs. At the start of the 20th century, people in the medical industry began testing which foods were best to feed the viruses, bacteria, and pathogens growing in their labs. They began testing sugar, meats, fruits, and vegetables, but none of them contributed to the growth of these pathogens. Eventually, these labs stumbled upon one common food and found that not only was bacteria capable of surviving on this food, but it could reproduce and colonize rapidly. Eggs feed pathogens. You might be thinking, what does this information have to do with me? The answer is everything. The eggs you eat can feed the pathogens, viruses, and bacteria deep within your liver. These growing pathogens, viruses, and bacteria can create symptoms and conditions like heart palpitations, fatigue, weight gain, hot flashes, anxiety, acne, and more. So when you eat an egg, you could be gradually worsening your condition without realizing it. How pathogens eat. Yes, these pathogens that cause chronic illnesses are alive and need to eat to survive. What is an egg that bugs like to eat? Eggs contain protein, enzymes, and natural hormones. The proteins in an egg are not mature because they're still in development phase. For this reason, enzymes can attach the protein in a unique process that only happens in an egg. This process makes it possible for the pathogens to easily absorb the proteins and enzymes through their membrane and use them for food. Stagnant, sluggish liver. The liver is a campground for large variation of toxins, poisons, pathogens, and other antagonists and troublemakers. This is why it is important to cleanse your liver properly, like you can do with the 369 cleanse in my book, Cleanse to Heal, which I have. On top of these poisons and pathogens in the liver, you have toxic heavy metals such as mercury, copper, aluminum, lead, nickel, cadmium, and arsenic. Over time, the pathogens and heavy metals feeding on eggs in your liver proliferate and create a stagnant, sluggish liver. Breaking it down, this one is really, really, really deep, really deep. Reproductive system problems. Eggs are a favorite recommended foods by doctor for all women with reproductive symptom conditions. This leads to a reproductive nightmare for so many that are already struggling with their health. Medical research and science is unaware that the true cause of fibroids, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, PCOS, reproductive cancers, and breast density is viruses such as Epstein-Barr. Oof. I experienced the Epstein-Barr. It's not fucking fun. It's best to avoid eggs and suffering from any of these conditions. Eggs also feed bacteria such as Streptococcus, which cause conditions like pelvic inflammatory disease, UTIs, bladder infections, kidney infections, bacterial vaginosis, boils, and thrush. Avoiding eggs can give women a fighting chance to move past these conditions, along with other powerful tools you can incorporate daily that contribute in this healing process. Critical tools for healing. Along with trying to remove or minimize eggs from your diet, it is important to detox your liver of harmful pathogens, bacteria, and troublemakers. You can do so by bringing these medical medium tools in your life. 16 ounces of celery juice, the heavy metal detox smoothie, and we have the 369 cleanse, which I think includes those two drinks. So he has a whole podcast about it. If you really want to get more deep into eggs and just try to convince yourself, like, okay, well, let me just eat eggs on the weekends for now and see if it makes a difference, or let me not eat eggs for a month and see how I feel. The importance of removing eggs if you struggle with Lyme, acne, endometriosis, PCOS, fibromyalgia, eczema, psoriasis, anxiety, IBS, and more. The hidden truth of how viruses and bacteria eat, the details you need to know so you don't get fooled. What is an egg that viruses like to eat, what is in an egg that viruses like to eat, and what happens when eggs are in our bodies? Sugar and dairy. How you're eating eggs in foods you don't realize have eggs, and they're feeding pathogens in your body over time inside your body, setting the stage for your first symptom. Egg whites or home-raised chicken eggs, are those okay? There is no real evidence eggs are the healthiest, most incredible food source. So moving forward, if you're struggling with symptoms and conditions of any kind, removing eggs from your diet is one important step in healing. Doing so gives your body a fighting chance to recover and heal. Stella, really? All right, so I'm going to read one more that says eggs feed strep bacteria. There are over 50 groups of Streptococcus bacteria behind many chronic illnesses, symptoms, and conditions. Let me put her up there. Hello, baby. You're a little pregnant. Little slut. Wait. There we go. Okay. Many of these groups are still undiscovered by research and science that everybody loves to trust. Almost everyone today has at least one variety of strep bacteria inside their body. Eggs feed strep bacteria, helping the bacteria to proliferate and become stronger. As the bacteria proliferates, symptoms and conditions can develop for the first time, or those that you already experienced because of strep can worsen. Strep causes many different symptoms and conditions that millions of people suffer with, including acne, SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, UTIs, yeast infections, diarrhea, diverticulitis, ear infections, fibroids, styes, gallbladder infections. All those are taking out your fucking gallbladder and thyroid, but they keep telling you to eat eggs. It's bullshit. IBS, overactive bladder, pandas, PID, strep throat, lung infections, sinusitis, and sinus infections. And like I said, I'm going to see if I can find any more information on this or about this, and see if I can find other references. This is particularly just from the medical medium. And whether you believe it or not, I want you to see it for yourself. Hey, whether you believe it or not, I really want you to see it for yourself. Take it maybe on the weekends. Only eat eggs on the weekends. Try that for a couple weeks, and then try a month without eggs. And you tell me if it worked or not. Comment under. Tell me if you've had some type of experience, or you notice that taking eggs out of your diet has helped. Or come back in a month or two and please let us know, let other people know how it has helped you, or if it didn't help you at all, just so we can encourage more people to try new things. Just try new things and see what works for your particular body and your particular issues that you may be having. So I'm about to go live again, like right now, and talk about coconut oil. And no, adding coconut oil to your eggs is not going to save you. Even though coconut oil is an antiviral, it's just going to cause, it's just going to be, you're feeding the virus and then you're killing the virus, and you're feeding it and then you're killing it and you're feeding it and you're killing it. I don't know if the coconut oil is going to be stronger or not. He says that it is not going to work adding coconut oil to the egg. But for me personally, I've taken eggs out of my diet and I feel good. And I almost now can kind of feel when I eat the egg And if you're doing the celery juice, it's best not to do the eggs. You might get like stomach pains eating eggs and dairy and certain things while you're doing the celery. Um, but I want to encourage you, eggs are in a lot more things than we think about, like cakes, fried food, um, whatever it may be and it's the whole egg, the yellow part and the white part. It's just best. I mean, I've seen videos and there's people who's eating raw eggs. They just eat raw eggs and things like that. But I guarantee you those people will get the coronavirus and they'll probably still be able to fight it off. They're not going to die or anything, but you will just get sick easier and have health issues a lot easier. And I've just seen it. Like, I study people on Facebook, on Twitter. I see what they talk about. I read the comments and I'm listening and seeing how people's bodies are reacting to certain diets and certain things. And I just take all these notes and then I come in here and I just make observations and I try to share and spread the word, because we're all different. We are all exposed to different things. We all have different bodies. We all have different problems. But what I just want to do with my series, encourage you to do things differently. There's so many things that they taught us back in the day that we're realizing today that all of it was bullshit. And it's not that they purposely did it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but we are learning and we are human, and that's the best part of life, is that we can be like, oh, that doesn't work, let's do something new and move on and move forward. We have to accept and move on and love our body, love our life, and just have a good time. It's like the life was not meant to be as stressful as it is right now, but with all these chemicals and all these things that bother us and give us anxiety, and like it's like stopping our body from functioning fully, all these chemicals and all these foods. So we almost have like superpowers, but we don't even know that we have them because they're so suppressed and they're so damaged and they're so full of toxins and pathogens and viruses and bacteria and shit. So I just want to encourage you, don't eat any fucking eggs, all right? I love you guys. I'm about to go get my light and I'm going to talk about coconut oil, and you already know. Okay, I got you, Justin. I'm going to send it to you right now. I love you. Aw. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a beautiful day or night.